XFJ. So today we're going to talk about macros and what macros are. So if you're going to start tracking your health and your fitness, I recommend that you start with a macro. What is a macro? Well, macros are short for macronutrient, which are essential building blocks of everything we eat. They help us understand the composition, structure, and caloric value of seemingly endless number of foods available to us. So there's just 3 different kinds of macronutrients. And as you see in my other videos, I have a logbook. And in that logbook, I post 3 different categories. You got your carbs, you got your proteins, and you got your fats. And what I do is for every meal, I use my Fitness Pal, and I enter the meal and I take those 3 different macronutrients and I take all the different numbers and I plan those out and I get numbers, and with those numbers I calculate my caloric intake. So another way of thinking of macronutrients as building blocks of a house. So if you're going to build a house, like the wood, the brick, that kind of stuff, and then your foundation would be what you eat. So another idea is micros or micronutrients. They actually affect your health a little later. That's kind of considered like the stucco, the nails, the clay, if you're thinking of building houses. But in this section, we're going to talk about some macronutrients with that as well. So, like I said, they're broken up into 3 different categories. Protein. Let's start with that. So protein is made up of amino acids. According to the Food and Nutrition Board of the National Academy of Sciences, there are 9 different amino acids, and you see those in like the different supplements. I'm not going to list them all, but there's just 9 different amino acids. For each gram of protein you eat, you get 4 calories. That's the bottom line. Your body stores proteins in the form of muscle tissues, which is everyone strives to build. That's why, because muscle cells burn more calories at rest than fat cells, which means you'll have a higher resting metabolic rate. So that's protein. So while most people assume you have to eat meat to get protein, there are plenty of plants and animal-based proteins to go around. So if you prefer to do vegetarian or vegan, you might want to go the plant route. So that protein. In my next episode, I'm going to talk about the 2 other macronutrients. Hope this was informative, and well, make sure you track it.